In the summer of 2023, a heat wave hit Colorado. Temperatures climbed past 90 degrees, and 22,000 homeowners across the Denver metro area walked over to their Nest thermostats to crank up the air conditioning. Nothing happened. The screen showed the temperature rising, but the system would not respond. When they tried to override it manually, a message appeared on the display. Your thermostat has been adjusted by your utility provider. These homeowners did not lose power. Their air conditioners worked fine. But Xcel Energy, the local utility company, had reached into their homes through the internet and locked their thermostats at 78 degrees. Some customers reported their homes hitting 88 degrees indoors, while they sat there, sweating, staring at a device they paid for and installed in their own house that now refused to obey them. This was not a hack. This was not a glitch. This was the system working exactly as designed. And if you own a smart thermostat, there is a good chance you signed up for the same thing without ever knowing it. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the smart home lie. We are going to show you exactly how these programs work, who benefits from them, and what you can do to take back control of your own house. The Colorado incident was not unique. Utility companies across the United States have been rolling out what they call demand response programs for over a decade. The pitch sounds reasonable. Sign up, let us make small adjustments to your thermostat during peak hours, and we will give you a rebate. Sometimes it is a $50 gift card. Sometimes it is a discount on your monthly bill. Sometimes the smart thermostat itself comes free as long as you enroll. What they do not emphasize is the word adjustments. That word covers a lot of territory. During normal operation, your utility might nudge your temperature setting by 1 or 2 degrees. You probably would not even notice. But during a grid emergency, which the utility company gets to define, they can override your settings entirely. They can lock you out, and the definition of emergency keeps expanding. In Texas, during the 2021 winter storm, smart thermostat owners found their heat locked at 62 degrees, while the temperature outside dropped below zero. In California, rolling blackout fears have triggered demand response activations every summer since 2020. The thermostat you bought to save money and gain control has become a tool for someone else to control you. The fine print is where the trap hides. Buried in the terms of service that nobody reads is language granting the utility company permission to remotely adjust or restrict your thermostat settings during high-demand events, grid emergencies, or capacity shortfalls. These categories are intentionally vague. A hot Tuesday afternoon can become a grid emergency if enough people turn on their air conditioners at once. And here is the part that should make you angry. You cannot fight back through the interface. When your utility locks your thermostat, the device itself becomes an adversary. There is no button to press, no menu to access. The override comes from the cloud, and the cloud does not answer to you. But the loss of control is only half the story. The other half is what these devices are doing when they are not being weaponized against you. Smart thermostats learn your schedule. They know when you wake up, when you leave for work, when you come home, and when you go to sleep. They track which rooms you heat, which rooms you cool, and how your patterns change with the seasons. This data has value, and the companies making these devices know it. Nest, owned by Google, collects usage data that feeds into advertising profiles. Ecobee sells anonymized data to research firms. Honeywell partners with utility companies who want to predict demand spikes before they happen. Your heating and cooling patterns are being harvested, packaged, and sold. Insurance companies have started using smart home data to adjust premiums. If your thermostat shows you keep your house at 55 degrees in the winter, they might flag you as a burst pipe risk. If your data shows irregular patterns, someone might wonder if you travel frequently and leave your home unoccupied. The smart device that promised convenience has become a surveillance node in your own living room. So what do you actually do about this? The simplest answer is also the one the industry does not want you to hear. You can buy a dumb thermostat. Companies like White Rogers and Honeywell still make non-connected programmable thermostats. They have no Wi-Fi. They have no app. They have no cloud server waiting to receive commands from a corporation. You set the schedule manually, and the thermostat obeys you and only you. A basic programmable thermostat costs around $30 and will last 15 years. It cannot be updated because it does not need to be. It cannot be overridden because there is no pathway into the device. If you already own a smart thermostat and do not want to replace it, you have options. First, check whether your device is enrolled in a demand response program. This information is usually buried in your utility account settings, not the thermostat app. Look for terms like rush hour rewards, peak time payback, or smart saver. These are the programs that grant override permissions. You can usually opt out, though the utility will not make it easy. Expect to lose whatever rebate you received and expect some friction with customer service. Second, you can block the thermostat from communicating externally. This requires some technical knowledge, but it is possible to firewall the device at your router level. The thermostat will still work locally, but it will not be able to phone home. You lose remote access through the app, but you also sever the control pathway that lets the utility reach in. Third, you can replace the thermostat with an open-source alternative. Devices running OpenTherm or Home Assistant integrations let you maintain smart features without handing data to a corporation. The learning curve is steeper, but the result is a system you actually own. Here is the verdict. The smart home revolution was sold to us as convenience, but convenience was never the product. Control was the product, and we gave it away for a $50 rebate and a sleek app. The corporations building these devices understood something we did not. Once you let the cloud into your home, you are no longer the only person with a key. The thermostat on your wall should obey you. Your air conditioner should run when you tell it to run. Your heating system should not ask permission from a server in another state before warming your children's bedrooms in January. These are not radical positions. These are the basic expectations of ownership that every previous generation took for granted. Stop buying devices that treat you like a tenant in your own home. Stop signing terms of service that turn your appliances into corporate assets. If a thermostat requires an internet connection to function, it is not your thermostat. It is a terminal that lets someone else make decisions about your comfort, your data, and your energy. Buy the dumb switch. Buy the manual dial. Buy the device that works when the Wi-Fi goes down and keeps working when the company that made it goes bankrupt. Take back your house.